All right, let's do a brief audio and sound check. How's everybody doing tonight? How are you, Coach Jay?
Doing good, man. Doing good, Coach Dakota. How are you? Looking
Good.
good over
Doing
here, sounding good as well. What's going on?
good. Just getting a few things set up on my end. Audio's good, visual's good. Can hear you. Here it is. Tuesday's price action. Monday night, Tuesday's price action. What a start to the week. We ended Friday with a massive sell-off. Let me switch over to my charts. I'm going to go ahead and review this. Massive sell-off from that high to the low. As you can see and imagine, 5%, right? Almost 5%. 1,200 points. And then we started this week. We started with a massive gap right back up, 350 points. We gapped up. It's just been a gap and go tonight. We gapped and we just been going straight up and to the right throughout the New York session and throughout tonight. It looks like we are just keeping on tonight. How was your day, Coach Jay?
A little bit of a mixed day. I took a long in gold last night, right at the top of the hour that we always look for that volatility that comes in. Took a long in gold. Took I think 7 points out of the market when I was measuring for 40. So it could have been a better day, but I'm not going to complain too much about taking profits. And then did try to get long in the Nasdaq. That ended up hitting my trailing personal daily loss limit for the day. So I locked it out. Looking at these markets right now, it is just there's a bid coming in here. Of course, everyone was scared of tariffs, and then hey, we walked that back. So
We're up a half a percent. We're up a half a percent as we're seeing this market rally. All technicals are kind of out the window that I was looking at on the daily. Yeah, go back to what you were saying, Jay.
no, just the technicals are out of the window. I think there were some decent technicals to the downside, to the short side. But it's the market's not scared about tariffs when the president says don't worry about China. Where fundamentally what we're hearing at the end of the day Friday and the open of the market today were completely different. So I think we're seeing that in the markets right now. Back above this 25,000 in the Nasdaq. The question is whether or not this holds. Right, there is still a lot of uncertainty out there. We saw a little bit of a response from China today,
Right.
on the fundamental side. The question is, does this rally hold? Are we actually convincing buyers to come back in and step into these markets? We were making all-time highs prior to that news, right? And that definitely did shake up the markets a little bit. 5% sell-off. I think that the market may have been looking for, not necessarily in that fashion. So let's see whether or not this holds up or not.
Yeah, so on the hourly chart, this is what I'm looking at. This is what I was looking at throughout the day because I got some options position. I told some of the traders that I'll explain it if we get to 600 likes. If we get to 600 likes, I'll go over a little bit of that. But I'm going to go through some technicals here on the NASDAQ, do our rapid fire, and then we'll jump over to gold. Gold has been the star of the year. It's been the star of slow markets. It's been the tradable instrument. We're seeing some moves in the NASDAQ tonight, so maybe the spotlight switched from the NASDAQ or from gold to the NASDAQ. But this is what I'm looking at. Major support, major resistance right at this 25,000 level. And now it's a zone. It's a zone. The low of this zone, you can see down here on October 3rd was like 927. And then lots of support right here at 5,000. And so today during the New York session, we came up, we tested these 950s, and which has got into the bottom end of this zone, and I got into, I guess you could say it was a swing trade. The options don't expire until tomorrow. Looking for a push. My break even is at 960. So all I'm looking for is this market to close at or below 960, basically by end of day tomorrow. Now how do we get there? Who knows? Will we get there? You never know. It's not looking as good as it was earlier. Now that we are seeing this big pump, we do have, just so we can go through the news tomorrow, we have a lot of Fed speakers, right? Kind of the numbers have been on hold, I guess you can say. We have, I'm not sure what the IMF World Economic Outlook is tomorrow morning. We have some earnings calls. We have some earning calls from banks, right? Goldman Sachs, Wells Fargo, financial stability report. But I think what's going to be highlighting is the Fed speakers. We have Fed Pal. Fed Pal speaking tomorrow morning at 11:20 a.m. And so I think we're going to continue to see some volatility. Am I nervous about this rally, this little bounce up that we're seeing right now? I'm going to be honest, I'm not. We are getting right back up into this area. So I'm going to be honest, I'm still tempted to look for some shorts here in the NASDAQ for a pullback lower. Now, depending where and managing risk, I know options are a lot different than what we're doing here in the futures, because in the futures we're in and out the same day. We don't have that luxury of just holding it throughout a longer period of time. So we are right up into this major support level, which I would not be surprised if we see some resistance on our way down. We've seen a little bit of hesitation, consolidation right at that level as well. We bounced off of these 990s. We bounced up to 25.090 till we started running into some resistance. Maybe are we going to see some resistance off that? Looking at this 5-minute chart, we kind of had a pattern, kind of had a flagging pattern, right? Where we just kind of consolidated here for a moment, and now tonight we just broke out to the long side really early here for the NASDAQ. Are you seeing anything? I mean, that was a trade. If anybody caught that to the long side, you're sitting pretty well. What about you, Coach Jay?
Looking at the NASDAQ here, I think you got my charts up here. Yep. All right. So looking at the NASDAQ, the one thing I'm looking at is the 30-minute candle, which was the highest volume from Friday. That is the 10 a.m. Central Time candle. Also 11 a.m. Eastern Time. 50% of that candle is 25,000, and that's kind of the low of this most recent move here. We looked above 25,000, really didn't act as a resistance. There is some size up here right below 2550s. Actually, right at 2550s. There's about 80 contracts offered at 2550, 60 contracts now. What I want to see is this move sustainable, right? Yes, we checked above 25,000. 25,000 is not just whole number level, not a level that you would expect the market to hold above easily if there is no volume. So what I'm looking at right now is we have VWAP from the Globex session open, which is down at 953. Does this VWAP start to cross above 25,000s as well? If so, then I think the trade is to get in the flow with traders up here, but this could just be price action. Again, I don't hate the shorts that you're in. I do see 25,105 is an interesting price. On the way down on Friday, there was a big seller at 25,105s. I'm just curious to see if we continue to push higher, does the market respond to that large seller if we get back up into that range?
Yeah. It's zooming in over here on the 100 tick chart on the NASDAQ. And man, oof. I almost jumped into a short. I might wait. I might wait. We'll watch this. We'll watch this. I'm going to show a little bit of patience to see if we can consolidate up here. I'd like a play back down to 25,000 even. 25,000 is that big round number, and I think we overshot it. We shall see. We shall see.
Yeah, I agree with you, right? We pushed through that level, and just an immediate 40-point move from that. I would not be surprised at a retest of it just to make sure it is support, right? Okay.
And I did just jump in on the breakdown of that 19 level.
There you go.
Nice little see if we could follow through just to 25,000. Nothing too crazy like the options. Today was a bit of a roller coaster for me, man. Last night I was up like 300. Today during the New York session, it was like off and on, like a winner, a loss, a loser. I was down at one point like $1,000, and then I finished my day. up $900. So that was. It was a roller coaster. I mean, there's the equity curve, still just going strong.
Looking pretty good.
Finished my day up $975. Lots of trades using those micros. So it looks not as good as what I would have wished it would have been, but still holding strong, right around a 1-to-1 risk reward, 61%, and still holding strong here.
Nice. What was the trade? I know you were taking shorts during fast markets. Did you take shorts the whole day, or did you end up getting long?
It was the same. It was the same thesis. Same thesis. I didn't get as much as I wanted out of it, but I mean, just small scalps and base hits.
Yep. Nice job fighting back. Nice job fighting back there. Of course, you read the YouTube chat while you're doing it, and they're like, "Oh, he's gambling. He's revenge trading." It's like at the end of the day, the risk is managed. Sometimes it's not going to look pretty. Sometimes trading looks like that, man. It's ideally, Dakota. What's your ideal trading day? For me, it's buying that trade, taking that trade that I took in gold yesterday, and letting the auto liquidator close it. How often does that happen?
What was that trade? Let's see.
I literally bought.
We got to your charts now. Let's see, because I know last night you came in, you're like, I'm long gold, and then that was just straight up.
I was long gold from 40.55. I'll put 40.55 on the charts here. 40.55. I was long from right there. The ideal trade is I just buy it and I hold it for the entire day. I was long a 3-lot, so I make $20,000. That's ideal, right? It doesn't always look like that. Some days you are going to get it like that, right? But some days you're going to scalp your way to profits or scalp your way out of a little bit of a loss, and that's okay as long as the risk is managed, right? I think we all should understand at this point, especially with day trading, there is no one way to do this. So when traders look at that and they're like, "Oh my God, 97 trades." It's 97 executions the way TopstepX counts it. TopstepX counts it. But I think what we all should know at the end of the day is that there was a point in the day, Dakota, where you were going to say, "Hey, you know what? I lost X amount of dollars. I have to stop."
Yeah.
Right.
There is.
And
yep.
That's the limit.
The perfect trade for me is as soon as Sunday open, you just buy at market, and then you just go on like a nice
for 3 months.
Yeah. Then you just go to bed, wake up in the afternoon, then the market's up. What was it? What was it up from this gap up, man? Whoever got that
2%.
first contract on Sunday night open, market's up 550 points. 550 points from Sunday night, and we didn't even think about filling that gap either. It was just we're talking about it in the green room. We're like, man, Trump sent out that tweet Friday afternoon talking about 100% tariffs. And then over the weekend, it was just like, never mind. It's just everything's going to be fine. And we're just right back up. We are right back up. So
insane.
It's just insane. The power of a single social media post.
I never thought we would see this day when I created a MySpace page in my freshman year of high school. I never thought that social media would be running the global markets, but here we are.
Yeah, thankfully, is the president of China on social media too? I mean, thankfully they're not, right? Do they friend each other? Did they unfriend each other? And then they just go back and forth.
You're not in my top 8. You're not in my top 8.
Yeah, they'd get pretty intense if they were both on social media going back at it. I mean, it's kind of it was like that back in April, right? A lot of back and forth. Translation, some stuff getting lost in translation. I don't know. What kind of a world do we live in?
Yeah, seriously. It is crazy to see, right? And I mean, there are real people really got liquidated at the end of this, right? We hear all the stories, you see them on social media. At the end of the day, we try not to be over leveraged for that reason. Because you never know, right? No one truly knows where these markets are going to go. You just, you put on an educated guess with some risk behind it, but that risk should not be,
hey, looky here,
catastrophic if the markets move slightly against you. It should always be measured.
I almost closed a few contracts out. We were a tick away. I was looking for 25,000 evens. We got 25,000 1.25. Let's see if we can continue to get this. You know what's undefeated, Coach Jay?
What's that? Oh, you playing a song?
We're playing the song.
I need to get whatever that song was that played right after it, because that was a great pass by you. You got out of that gold short yesterday. I got into the long. It was a great trade. You got some size here at 25.04, 53 contracts, and another 69 contracts at 25,000s.
All right, there it is. We know the song works on gold. We're gonna test it out on the NASDAQ here. Chat was asking about it during fast markets. It's just, you got to come in. You got to tune into slow markets, because when I'm short,
song is undefeated.
The song has been undefeated so far, right? Nothing's 100%, So I'm gonna just knock on wood over here. Just one more time. One more. One more. Every single time I play it, just one time.
Keep playing it until it doesn't work. Then you find another song.
Yeah, we just switch songs. Yeah, that's it. And then that song could be undefeated. Yeah.
Right. You said you target 25,000 here?
Yeah, 25,000. I'll take a couple contracts off there. I'm short from 018.
That size at 04s is gone. Still 70 contracts at 25,000 even.
Okay. The scary thing is, in these markets, at any moment you could get like a tweet or a social media post now, right?
Yeah. That's why we limit the risk. Why we manage the risk.
Limit the risk.
Trading it with micros. You've been trading micros for what, a month and a half now on this account?
Yes, sir. All right, there's songs undefeated. Songs undefeated. Green on the freaking screen.
Very nice trade here.
All right. Oh, 90s. Okay. Yeah, I don't mind this thing selling off. Like I said, my break even in my big options trade is 960s. If we get to 600 likes, I'll talk about it a little bit.
How many are we at right now? We are at 180. Is that right? I can't be right.
I gotta refresh. That is
right.
See.
It's 180. Guess they don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, we got till we got a while. We got a while.
I like this trade. I do like a potential S&P long off of 6,700. I'm gonna wait till it gets down there. We still got about 7 points or so back down to that level. Got a VWAP at 6,700 in the S&P.
I just need that song for that. All right, you're a good song. We could switch. It doesn't matter. we could play any song now. That's all I wanted right there.
Nice trade, man. Nice trade.
Thank you. We got a runner going on. Are you seeing anything right now, Jay?
We took out that order at 25,000. Like I said, I was looking for the S&P to trade maybe down to 6,700s for a long, but I could see why it's bouncing at 6,707s or 6,706. Oh, let me sign back in here.
Yeah, we'll switch it back to mine. Can you explain your trade? You got to get to those 600 likes. Got to get to the 600 likes, chat. Come on. We get to that, I spill the beans. Let's see if we could get some follow through here. What would be insane is if we go right back to the open.
Yeah, you do have some size stepping down here. They pulled 50 contracts down from 2520s down to they're moving it around now. As soon as I said that, they moved it. VWAP's right at 960. VWAP is right at 960. No buyers above 25,000. I do like this trade you're in. See if we get some selling pressure below 25,000s here. I'd just be looking to buy off of VWAP right now, just because of the angle of it. It has left the range to the upside, and sitting right at 6,700s in the S&P looks like a decent spot to start to assume some risk.
Hey, that's a big round number too.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
We might chop around 25,000 here in the NASDAQ for a while, to be honest.
You asked, did I see anything? Is it crazy that I do want to short gold?
No, it's not crazy, right? I felt like I was crazy earlier today during the New York session looking for some shorts because we were up well over 3%, hit 41.50 in gold. We're hovering around what, 41.45. Let's do that. Let's take a look at gold. I'm just going to close out of this trade. Call it a win is a win. Up about $200. Paid for lunch, dinner, breakfast. Not too bad. Not too bad. Another green day. So that puts me just another one in the books. Just another one in the books. Base hits, base hits. You see me taking these trades on air. Man, so far so good. That puts my account. I thought my account balance was at this, but it's not. I forgot to go all the way back. My account balance is actually like 12,000. So I haven't really been paying attention to where my account balance has been, to be honest.
Just trading.
I've just been trading. And when I look at this, I'm okay. I'm around like, yeah, I have not paid attention or cared where my account balance is. I've just been trading and getting base hits, because when I go back to the stats, it was only showing like 8,000 or 9,000. I'm like, all right, I'll just keep going. And I keep this, blocked out, so I don't have to look at my account balance, because I don't care where it's at. I just trade these base hits with micros and show up, do the job, and show up the next day. So anyway, let me jump over to gold, and let's see where we're at on gold. It's just up, right? Let's take a look at the daily. Oh man, it is just
straight up.
It's just straight up. It's so hard to be either direction of this now. It's like, if you're in longs, great. Just hold it, trail it. And this is one of the hardest markets to short right now. It's hard.
It is.
Hourly, I mean, straight up. We broke through the all-time highs that we made. It's so tempting to short. I mean, find a reason to short. Like, make sure you have a exact reason. I would recommend smaller size and wide stops. But I mean, we might see all-time highs here tonight. All-time high is what? 150?
4150, yep.
So
4150s. So I said I did want to short gold, but the trade that I was looking for actually played out already, right? If anyone's watched me on at the buzzer, I love watching the market's reactions to whole number levels. And we got to 4150 and could not trade a tick above it. And we sold off $12 from that point. So do I love the trade the second time? This time, I'm not going to take it before we get the volume for the Shanghai Open. So in about 6 minutes from now, we do get that spike of volatility, because the trade has played out once already, right? And I don't know that I want to go to the well twice on shorting gold, just because, it's, you got to take your opportunities shorting this market when you can. Maybe I should have had a limit order up there at 4150s, but for now, I think I have to wait to see how this volume comes in and trades around there.
Yeah, we still have the top of the hour coming in. So top of the hour in about 6 minutes, we see some volatility come in on the gold. I'm looking to trade this. I mean, I want to trade what the market gives me. I mean, shorts are not out of the question. If we start to reject these highs, I would look for a play back down to the lower end of this range. So, I mean, if we reject these highs, the play for me would look for those 138s to come into play. Yeah, that's about it. We're a little choppy. And on that note, let's go ahead and do hashtag slow markets. If you're new, if you've been here a while, you do know the drill. If you are new, then there is my social media. There's my Twitter account. If you have a trade, if you want something to share that I might be able to show on Slow Markets Live, go ahead and tag me in that. And there's my Instagram, where when I'm not on TopstepTV, myself and Jay included, do some pretty good updates on the socials. So there they are. There's the X. There is the Instagram. And we're watching this gold market. Nailed that short on the NASDAQ. Now watching gold.
That was a nice trade. Gold volatility picking up just a little bit. I wouldn't be looking for a huge trade here. Honestly, 35s would be conservative target on a short. Still about $10 in gold, but I'm gonna wait to see what this volume says for the Shanghai session.
Okay. NASDAQ covering right at 25,000. 25,000.
It might get glued there, to be honest.
It might be just, yeah. Go to sleep, wake up in the morning. We might still be at 25,000 in the NASDAQ. Yep. Crazy thing is, I was reading, I do some reading over the weekend, depending on like what I'm doing, listen to some podcasts. I seen that there was a lot of big targets on gold, and a lot of those big targets was 41,150s. Like, okay. 41,000, or not 41, 4,100 to 4,150, and that it's just, gold is just outperforming what anybody would have thought. And so I'm just thinking, wow, if that's the case, why wouldn't gold go to 100,000? Why would gold not go to 100,000? Chat, answer me that. Everyone's like, Bitcoin could go to 100,000, and then everyone's like, well, Bitcoin's a finite resource, or like there's no more Bitcoin ever produced, right? And they're still mining it, but there's only so much. I'm like, well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but can't you technically say the same thing about gold? We're still mining it, but I mean,
I think 10,000.
All right.
Maybe 10,000. Maybe 10,000 is too conservative, but 100,000. Dan Emmons says the market cap of gold is already so gigantic. I'm curious, what would the market cap of gold be at 100,000 in gold?
I don't know. Because someone says because it's too heavy.
Depends on your timeline. That's true as well.
Fair
right?
enough. Fair enough.
Talking, 100 years from now, maybe.
Value lies where people believe it is. I mean, at one point in time, I think tulips were like $100 a bulb.
Also, you know what does help that case is that the dollar continues to lose value. So inflation helps that as well, right? If you're talking about gold denominated in dollars, the weaker the dollar gets.
There you go.
So maybe
Gold consolidating here right at these 146s, mid 140s. We got about a minute and a half, 2 minutes until we open up here, until we get this spike in volatility.
I still do like these NASDAQ shorts, anything under 14s right now.
All right. Here's what I would like. Here's what I'd love to see. Gold sweep 150s, hit all-time highs, and then we reject hard off of it.
Yep.
That's what I would like to see.
Or we could just buy it and keep it simple.
Are we overcomplicating this, Coach J?
Right. Just freaking buy it. It's going up. No, I mean, trade location matters, right? This is to me, it's a hard buy in gold right now here as well, just because, you got 5 points, 4.5 points before that high. So we'll see. Even if I was going to buy this, I think I need a little bit of a pullback, which might mean I don't take a trade, but, see what happens here. We got 50 seconds.
I might tempt to hop in with 5 micros here at 44, 45 for that short. Let's watch it.
Doom says NQ texted me and it misses you guys during Asia session. Dakota just took a short.
No. I give NQ enough love. NQ gets enough love for me, Doom. All right, I'm short gold. I'm short gold, and we're playing that song.
Oh, the song's on?
Dude, it's the song. I'm gonna keep playing this song until it just doesn't work. Don't fade the song. Don't fade the song. We're going to these 38s. If I trade enough and I play this song enough, eventually it's gonna be wrong.
Eventually.
Did we get to 600 likes? Nope, no 600 likes yet.
That's VWAP holding there in gold. I may join you on this trade in a second, just with a one lot. I just want to see how we respond to 44.5 here. Not yet.
Well, this song is going to take us out. Yeah, we need 600 likes, and I'll review that trade, that short NASDAQ trade I have going on. You're looking to short gold, or?
Yep, I'm short with you here now. 2 micros, small size.
Okay.
Risking about $100 on this.
Okay, what I'd like to see is a sweep above all-time highs and then a major rejection for me to maybe start to build a big position here.
I don't want to get too much because we did just hold VWAP. Again, I like the reaction, the initial reaction we had at 45, 41.50s. So my stop is above that, risking about 118 bucks. And there we go. You just buy gold.
Yeah, we're overcomplicating it so far. I still need that sweep. I need the sweep of the 150s and then a reversal.
Bounced right off of VWAP there. Pretty nice hold. But this is, yeah, I like this. Very small size on this trade, right? I do not. Yesterday, the long that I took in gold, it was 3 minis long. Very confident in this trade, in that trade.
Wow, okay.
This one, not going to take that type of size on a short in gold. Just can't do it. This market is way too bullish.
So last night on that gold long, you were long 3 minis.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. See, that's kind of how I do it, right? Position size around trades that are higher probability setouts. Like, I like this short gold based on this and this. You take it small size, wide stop. But then if you see like dare I say an A+ or one of the better setups, it's okay to increase your size. And I know I do a lot of references to poker, and not every poker hand should be played exactly the same. If you're sitting there and you get pocket aces, are you gonna just have a small bet like you would bet with like pocket tens, right?
Right.
And so it's like,
right, you got to know when to bet bigger, right?
Yeah. Yep.
There you go. We ticked above that high. Oh, they want you to show your screen, Dakota.
Someone says no way Dakota plays poker. I mean, if you follow me on social, you might know. You might know. Poker's a little bit different. Yeah, poker's different, a little bit different, but probabilities, risk management is very similar. Do we think that song didn't work?
No, it didn't. I think he had to let it recharge a little bit.
We gotta sweep these highs first, but there is a freaking wall right there at 150.
Yeah, there is. Someone keeps coming in and selling it. I don't know how much they're going to be able to hold this market down, though.
Someone says, I love trader. I love poker, and that's where your love of trading comes from. Yeah, risk management, sizing, probabilities, psychology. Man, there's a wall at 150.
I added another 2 there, so I'm only risking 130 bucks now. I was originally risking 100, but if 50s are going to hold, my stop is right above it because again, if this wants to run, let it go. I'm not going to look for it to come back under 41.50s here.
Nasdaq's tanking. What is going on over there?
Told you I like that short. There you go. There's those 60s.
Woo!
There's view up.
I love options, man. Love it.
There is view up. I did say, here's another one, Dakota. Calling out trades, not taking them. I like Nasdaq shorts, anything under 14. We bounce up to 8s. Nice call though. Nice trade by you as well. There's ES at those 7s. 6700s actually, but we're gonna watch this gold trade.
I got check news. Is there some tweet or anything? I mean, I'm going through. All right. China Commerce Ministry. U.S. cannot engage in discussions while threatening to intimidate and introduce new restrictions. All right. Which is not the right way to get along with China. China Commerce Ministry urges U.S. side to correct its wrong practices as soon as possible, show sincerity in talks with China. Two parties have kept in touch under the framework of the U.S.-China Economic and Trade Consultation Mechanism. Also conducted, all right, so some Some drama out of China.
There you go. It's not over. This is not over. It may just be beginning, to be honest. It may just be beginning here.
Right,
gold just put me in profit just a little bit here. Gold targets, somebody asked 41.35 for me.
All right, Trump, where's your reply at? 200% tariffs.
Oh, yeah, you know it's coming. You know it's coming.
I don't know what's going on. All right, I joined you on this short, Coach Jay. 146. I'm going to add to it as well. I like it. We didn't really sweep the all-time highs, but we just ran into a wall and ticked it. So I am short 10 micros from 145 right there with you. Let's see what we could do now. We got to get this song going. Got to get all things right.
Third time's the charm.
Third
time's the charm on the song.
Let's just play it until it works.
I don't love those 45s holding there, to be honest. It's right around 50% of the Shanghai Open. And a bounce. Yep, right at 50% of the Shanghai Open. To the tick. Don't love that there, but let's see. Again, the trade idea is if we don't trade above 41.50s, then I'm wrong. And not risking a whole lot on this, I'm okay giving it a little bit of room. Or giving it time, right? I don't want to cut it right away.
NQ right back up to 25,000.
Right back up. Right off that VWAP.
Right off the VWAP.
6,700s in the S&P. Didn't get all the way down there, but nice looking spot. This song is hilarious. It's like a trying to think what type of video game this is. It's like a Madden.
It has those vibes, right? Where you're just sitting there.
Madden vibes for sure.
Managing your team. Yeah, background music. All right, we got to get back below those 145s. NFL Street.
Yeah, definitely some NFL Street. That's a great game. I'm gonna see if I can play that. I'd much rather play old games than new games right now. I try to play new games and I get bored real quick.
We should have got like a 64 and played some NBA Jam while I was there.
Oh yeah, right.
Man, gold, whole lot of nothing right now.
It's holding up. It is holding up. I really flush below these 45s. Then I think this trade is going back down to 35s here, real quick. But that 45 is holding for now. See if they want to step out of the way.
All right, song.
NBA Street Volume 2. Man, chat. You guys know the classics. You guys know the classics.
What about some backyard football?
Oh, that was a good one too.
That was a classic I played. Just little kids.
Yep. Flash Golden says no shorts in gold. It's in your name, so you can't short gold. Flash Golden. I think that's against the law for you. But again, not looking for a huge trade on this. Just looking for market's reaction at a major level. Not really seeing any buying pressure above 41.50s. If they want to buy it above 41.50s, great. I will be out of this trade. It'll cost me $130.
It should be against the law for me too to sell gold.
It is a tough market to short.
Yeah. Why?
And those 45s holding again.
Chat, just tell me not to sell gold next time. The song's broken.
I'm not. I'm not seeing any size at 41.50s. There's 28 contracts there. Those 45s held though. That was the spot we needed to get under.
Yeah, we didn't. We didn't.
We did not.
All right. My stop loss is just above those highs. It's at 152.
I almost added again because it only add like $14 worth of risk here, and there you go.
I'm out. I'm out. Stopped out.
There you go. There it is.
That was an ugly one.
There you go. That's why you went short gold. All right.
All right.
We're out.
I'm gonna just delete this song from the playlist.
Yep.
Screw this. It's not working. The song is broken. The song is broken. All right, let's see the sweep of highs and let's watch. I don't have my. I forgot the air horn, Jay. We ran out of air from the air horn, and let's just watch this thing go. Who shorts gold? It's illegal. It's illegal, Jay.
Yes, it is. My friend Bear's in the chat. Fade J Day. Bears, hopefully you made some money on that, right? We talked about exactly why that trade didn't work.
It's going.
Those 45s held? Yeah, it is.
It's not stopping, man.
All right, so now the question is, do you flip sides?
Should have flipped sides like $10 ago.
Right at 45s? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
We're going 150. Are we going to see 200 tonight? Are we going to see 200 tonight, Coach J?
We might. We very well might. I'm going to try one more short here. It is going to be in the NASDAQ.
All right.
Short the NASDAQ, risking $300. And I'm looking for 970s as a target here. If this trade does not work out, this will be my last trade for slow markets. I'll save the rest. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me take that off of there before it liquidates and blocks me. All right. Just one more trade here in the NASDAQ. Again, short below 25,000. Just seeing if this hold, we have that burst of volume that came in to the sell side, bounced off of VWAP, but not trading back above those 25,000s. Bears is long, my friend Bears. How can you be a bear and long the NASDAQ, Bear? I don't get that.
Bears are in long.
Everyone else just bought the NASDAQ, so maybe I'm seeing something wrong, but hey, that's why we manage risk. How many trades do I give myself a day? I don't really count it that way. I count P&L and I count losses, right, to limit myself on the downside. And then to the upside, it's really how long do I want to sit at my desk trading? And it's usually not a long time. Oh yeah, it's all fun and games, guys. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I don't give myself a certain amount of trades per day. It's more so, do I see good setups? Do I see the potential for good setups? And then I'll trade from there. If I feel like I have to sit at my desk and work for a trade, I'd rather not be at my desk, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, that's the different markets, right? If you're reading the market good, if it's market's, good and tradable based off the way you see it and your strategy is, it's amazing. But then, like you said, if you feel like you have to force yourself to sit down and watch and place a trade, then you're better off just taking a break.
Yep.
All right, so what are you looking about on this NASDAQ short?
So we had that spike of volume that came in. So the only thing I don't love about this trade is that this spike of volume went right to VWAP for the session. But we had this volume come in on that whatever China headline was. And my idea is, if that volume is continuation, if we get continuation volume from that point, then there may be another push lower, at least to the lower extreme of this range, and then maybe through VWAP. I actually just want to move this target out of the way. I'll manually manage this as we get to this VWAP here. But you see this one, this initial one that you were in. Why I said I like the trade below 14s, because the high of this candle was 14. I'm just looking at this selling candle as the same thing, right? We sold off. We bought it back up a little bit. Buyers couldn't reclaim the high of that candle, so now it's short back into it. So just looking for this pattern to kind of play out again.
Okay. And you are in the green right now.
So far.
Your profit is at, down there at.
Yeah, I moved it out of the way. I'll manually
way down there, man.
Yeah, I'll manually manage this at VWAP, but I moved my profit out of the way, just in case we get a tweet from El Presidente that says, you know what, 5,000% tariffs on, and if he does that, then I need to move this profit target way out of the way.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't get a stronger reaction off that. I mean, the day is very early. We're just starting the Tuesday's price action. We still have Fed pals speaking tomorrow morning.
Yes, we do.
What are we expecting out of that, Coach Jay?
I don't know. Maybe he'll talk about some of the economic data that we are starting to or planning on getting from the BLS. Let's see. I really don't know. Right? There's enough for him to talk about. The last time though we had him on the calendar, he said, he welcomed everyone to whatever forum he was speaking at, and really didn't talk on economic policy at all. Yeah. So I don't know if it's like a recorded comments from him or something different, but we will see.
Because it's live, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. Just it's a live.
Let's check on that one.
I'm sure there's traders in the chat that really know what's.
I think it is live, yeah.
And if it is, TopstepTV is going to be covering it tomorrow morning. That's one thing I love about TopstepTV is just anything that happens, Topstep just covers it.
Yep.
And covers it before any of the other news outlets, to be honest.
Way before.
Market reactions, right? The market reacts first before anything else, to be honest.
Yep.
Like if a tweet pops off, the market's the first. Everyone's paying tons and tons of money to get data instantly, and markets move instantly based off those reactions. We see it all the time, and TopstepTV reacts first, right? And what was it, Friday? We had that big tape bomb, that sell-off, and then literally it felt like 20 minutes later, then it goes on to the news outlet. I'm like,
right.
Dude, that's old news. That's old news.
Dan Emmons says Financial Juice audio is really good. They get the news pretty early as well. My dad texts me all the time. He's just like, he loves that we report on the markets as they're moving, because you can just get up-to-date market information, right? If he looks at his profile and things are up or down, he's like, hey, let me just tune into the show real quick and see what happened, because they're going to be reporting on the news.
And it's like report about what matters to us as traders, market movements, right? Like gold selling off, gold's rallying, Nasdaq's doing this, like the markets that we're trading, we're talking about, not like, hey, we tune into like this other outlet and they're talking about, the CEO's acquisition or so some random thing until after the fact. So.
All right. Didn't really see that follow through yet, but I'm going to let this trade work. Again, taking $300 worth of risk. I am okay with this trade as long as we stay under 25,000 in the NASDAQ.
So you just want the NASDAQ to stay under 25,000 evens, right?
Pretty much, yeah. My stop is at 0550 because above 25,000, just like gold, right? If we get above 150s, then okay, I'm wrong on this trade and I'm okay being out of it. I don't need to continue to short it if the market disagrees with it. Just want to see some follow through to the downside on this if the market agrees with that. But we are, just like gold, holding 50% of that sell-off volume for now. But we'll see.
Okay, let me ask you a question. You had a trade on the NASDAQ or the gold. Mm-hmm. You took a small loss, right, with micros, and now you are short the NASDAQ. What are your emotions when it comes to this? Do you care very much? I know it's small size. What's your thought process when it comes to that?
I want to win this trade so I can make fun of bears for fading me. That's my only emotion. The loss is going to be the loss. It is what it is. It's measured. It's not going to blow this account. This account has had some decent days in it to start it. So this is just measured risk, just taking the trade. Really no reason for me to take this off. The trade isn't invalidated yet. It doesn't look great right now, but they don't always look great when you want them to. But this is a trade that I would take, and it's a trade I almost took up at the 08s, right? Where I said initially, I love shorts in the NASDAQ below 14s. This is a similar trade. We saw that first one played out, so it's just game of percentages.
And what about sizing? Because that's a big question I've been getting a lot as well. Just like, man, you made or lost $500. You're going on tilt. You're down 1,000. You're going on tilt. And then it's just like understanding perspective. Like, what is the size that makes you go on tilt? What's too big? What's too hey, that's just, I don't care what happens. For myself, I was like, I didn't realize what my balance was in my XFA. I was just trading it. How do you
Right.
view that aspect?
This is a one lot. I think right now I could trade up to 10 in this account. I'm not doing that,
Ooh.
right? I'm taking a one lot. I'm comfortable with the risk dollar wise. Whether this was 10, whether this was 5 micros and my stop was higher. This invalidation point on this trade is the invalidation point whether I was trading 1 micro or 10 minis. Above 25.05, I don't want to be in the trade anymore. So, Dakota, I've seen you do this before where you might put on 1 micro to start. You identify the point of invalidation, and then you say, hey, you know what? I'm comfortable risking $1,000 on this trade. I'm just going to size up until the risk is $1,000.
Right.
Right. And in this case, I'm comfortable risking 300 on this trade. If I was in 1 micro, I would scale up until that risk was $300. And that's the way I see this trade. Because again, above this high, I don't need to be in it anymore.
Okay. And have you ever, like you said, this is one thing where it's like, just because you can doesn't mean you should, right? With the XFAs on a prop firm account, you can get into, depending on where you're at, up to 15 minis.
Right.
Right. Do you ever see a situation where you'd be in 15 minis on one XFA here, like that, this account?
No, I do see a situation where I'm doing it. I'm probably over leveraging and trading emotionally though. And then you got to ask whether or not that's the right decision for your account. Has it happened 100%? But is it usually a good result? More often than not, it's not. Right? That kind of leverage with the Topstep XFA, you probably don't need to be in. Are there times where I trade, 10, 15 minis in a personal account? For sure. But not with the balance that I have in this Topstep account. No, definitely not. Or like day trailing says in the reversal challenge.
Reversal challenge. Well, that's just fun, and it's a practice count, so that's not what I'm referring to. Of course. Come on, chat. But the only way I could see myself scaling into that big of a position is exactly like I just said, like scaling in. I think I've seen a couple traders said that, where it's like, okay, you get into a position, and if you want to scale in, and then you're not technically risking more, you're building a position, and then you're trailing it with your stop loss. But even then, we've seen what happens on Friday, right? A random headline comes out, and the slippage that can occur on that account can be very dramatic, right? To where it's like, okay, well, I'm scaling in, and then the slippage is just insane.
New highs in gold. Look at this market go.
Let me see.
Look at this market.
Ooh,
why did
new
we
highs
short
in
gold?
gold.
Look at this freaking thing.
Do we see 200 tonight?
That's Hoag's weekly kickoff. It can very well get there. That 50% of that Shanghai bar held, and we are just 20 points up from there.
We're going.
41.66.
Gold ain't done.
And here I am sitting here short the Nasdaq.
Gold ain't done.
Hey, gold is not done.
Gold is
Where's Andre
golding.
when you need him? Let's not short gold anymore. I think that's a good plan, Abed. I think that's a good plan. Again, manage risk, and that is why we manage risk, because this could have very easily blown an account if I said, no, this is A+ trade. I'm taking it with all the size that I can. Okay, time for you to buy a new account. But with managed risk, $130, I'm very happy being wrong.
Someone says silver's ripping face. Silver's, I can imagine, right? Gold's going straight up, so you can imagine silver is doing the same. Let me see. Let's go through. Do we have any news? Let's look. Yeah, ground stop alert issued Austin Bergstrom International Airport. I don't want to talk about flight delays, man. That flight that when I left,
delayed leaving Jersey, right?
Yeah. When I was leaving New Jersey, I said this a couple times where it's like, okay, we boarded the plane. I'm sitting there. We sat there for like an hour and a half, and we had to go back for gas, and I didn't get home till like 3 a.m. I'm just
man.
And you're just continuing to see flight delays with the government shutdown.
Yeah, hopefully they get that figured out soon. I know we played some clips on air earlier about just families having to go to food banks and things like that to find food because of the government shutdown. So hopefully we figure that out. Armin wants to know, do I stay on my long from 41.54? Where should I put my take profit? Armin, I shorted gold, so you should be giving me advice at this point. You're up 10 points in that trade. Manage your risk. What do you measure for? What are you measuring as a potential target? And consider how much of a percent have you already taken. If you're measuring for 20 points and you've already taken 10, that's 50% of your target. Is that enough for you to start to manage your risk? Everyone has to make that decision for themselves. I don't know why you got into that trade at 54s, but it's a way better trade than mine. So, you can find a target. You don't need us to say that. Dakota and I are going to get it wrong sometimes, right? You can clearly see that we're doing it on the air right now.
I get it wrong 50%, 60 or 40% sometimes.
Yep. You can look at measured moves. You can look at the ATR on the time frame that you're taking the trade. You can look at a measured move and see, what's a potential measured move in gold. Let's take a look. How would we do a measured move here, Dakota?
Gold 5,000, man.
All right, we could do one of these, and then I copy this.
Okay.
And paste it here. We're already at it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is that where you set your profit target? Maybe you trail to 41.60s. There's a bunch of ways, but have a process for it. If your process is ask Jay or Dakota, how do I get out of my trade? If Jay and Dakota are not on air, who do you go to? Trust yourself.
Yeah, this is not a signals class, and we do. Yeah, do not follow anyone on air. Matter of fact, that's why we do the top step risk disclosure. It's for education. Sometimes the trade wins, sometimes it loses. I wish I really wish we could just come on air and just every single trade's a winner. Man, teach me how to do
right.
that.
I like what Armin said there. You're gonna take out 2 contracts. Thanks for your advice. I like that. Scale out of the position, take some profits. Right? You see Dakota do that all the time. Right?
A lot of times that's the best, right? If you don't know, or if you feel uncertain about a trade, or you don't if you have to ask that question, a lot of times that's usually the answer. Just just close it, or get out of eliminate your risk.
Armin, if you want to know what my profit target would be here, let's take a look. We got a daily ATR of 65 points in gold. Right now we are at 42 points. 65 would put us at 41.90. I don't see a reason why we can't see a daily ATR move to the upside up at 41.90s. The question is how we get there, right? Do we just run straight for 41.90s or 4200s, or do we get a little bit of a pullback? But that would be my target, a daily ATR move to the upside, 41.90s. All right, NASDAQ, no buying above that 25K.
I like your trade, Coach Jay.
I liked it much better when it was in the profit, but it's still holding for now.
Of course you are.
Right.
Well, what's your thought process when you're in a trade like this, right? It comes up, it's just kind of going sideways. You're just like, okay, it's taking too long. Am I going to close it?
I did think about an ad above 25,000 because I would be adding 2 points of risk to the trade. I didn't do it, but I did think about an ad there because, again, I would be adding about $60 worth of risk, which I'm comfortable with if this trade is going to work out the way I think it is. Screen is blurry. Is it blurry if I move this over here? Is that better?
Oh, yeah, it's clean. It looks good for me. Green on the screen now.
For now.
Yeah. Well, we're just right there, man. We're just right there.
That song? Where's that song?
Right
No, don't play it again. Don't play it again.
Okay. You know what? Let's do it.
Don't play it again. No, don't play it.
We're playing it, Jay.
All right. There we go. Let's see if it works.
Someone says, put my screen. I'm just sitting here. We're watching Jay's trade. Jay is in a trade, so we're watching that. This. Come on, song. Work your magic.
Below 85s here. This looks like a pretty good trade. If we can get some selling below 85s. Market makers that are listening to the show, if you hear my request. Just looking for some selling below 85s. Greatly appreciate that. We can see it holding for right now. That's 50% of that high volume. As soon as we get a seller below that, I think this trade goes much lower. But we need selling in order for the market to move. So
correct. We got this song going. I don't know if it works on the Nasdaq, but we're doing it.
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah. Maybe we get a response from the president on that. Maybe tomorrow. I know he flew back tomorrow. Maybe he's just sleeping.
Yep.
We gotta put the alarm on his tweet. It's just an automatic send out.
Yeah, seriously. Someone said this is gonna bounce off the trend line that I don't have here. I don't have it there, so it can't bounce there. It's gonna bounce on your charts, maybe not mine. I'm assuming you're talking about.
I might like a short on gold, Coach J. 3-bar reversal on the 5-minute.
Okay, I do see that. I don't know if I could take it twice.
That's a beautiful 3-bar reversal on the 5-minute, man.
It is.
It's gonna tempt me. It's gonna tempt me. We got this song cooking.
It is a nice rejection up there.
All right, I'm gonna scale into a short on gold. Hold up. Hold my drink. Let's see if we. Oh man, chat. Give me a second. Let me scale into this. And I'll switch the charts.
Is the song now influencing your trade decision?
I get my short juices going with this song. Okay, it's getting me hyped up.
I do see what you're looking at. That is a reversal pattern up at those highs. That is the highest volume. Okay, so where I really like a gold short is if we get a 3-minute candle close below 59s.
All right, let's see. I'm going to scale into a position here. I'm going to scale into a little bit bigger. Not monsters, not a big short, but enough. Oh, there we go. We're song's on repeat. Let's get this. All right, scaling into a position right there.
Manny has a question that I want to answer here in the chat. Do you think it's worth starting a personal account off with just a few grand, 2 to 5K, then add more into it over time, or don't start until I can have a bigger account? I don't know that it's about the account size. It's about the consistency in your trading. If you're seeing, I do like this short potentially here. My Nasdaq trade just no follow through. But Manny, I don't think it's about the account size, right? Because if you wait until let's say you just say I'm going to wait until I get a bigger account, and then you just happen to fall into a windfall of a couple $1 million, but you're not consistent at all in your trading. You just put that $1 million in the market, and you say, well, I have a $1 million account, I can trade it now. That $1 million could be gone in a day. So it really is about the consistency in your process. And if you're at a place where you're consistently following a process and then you want to trade a personal account, then I think do that, but not before you're consistent in your process.
All right, let's see if I'm managing this trade. So hold up until I get into let's see if I can get into it. Trade's priority for me, chat. So if we can, we did not close below that 62. So let's see here.
Yeah, he's managing the trade chat, so he'll show it once he's done.
I'll show it. Just give me a second. Come on, I'm what do they call it? Multitasking, but to an extent. Let's see if we could get this. Okay, I'm in a little bit bigger of a position now. See if I could share my charts. Dang it. Okay, I don't want to fumble this.
No, it's all good. I did want to see this close below 59s. It just didn't do it. This market is just
I got a
constant bid.
Maybe.
Bid here in gold. Really no follow through to the downside in the Nasdaq right now.
This is where I want to build it though. is being a little bit preemptive. Being preemptive, my target would be, dare I say 150? And then how much would I want to risk on this one?
Who called out that trend line in the NASDAQ? It's holding up pretty nicely here. And manage risk.
150. My target, I would like to see 150 come back and test, though, is the thing, Coach Jay. I'm...
You looking for 150 test in gold?
Yeah, but I'm debating on how big of a size I want to build into this.
You risking above the high or somewhere lower than that?
My risk would be above the high, like 170. It'd be a 1-to-1 risk reward.
M. Erden says just joined. Oh, no, that wasn't M. Erden. Someone asked, who was that? Just joined our region. Long or short the NASDAQ? I am in a short from 90s.
You still in that?
Dakota. Yeah, I'm still in it. Dakota's flat in the NASDAQ, but short in gold right now.
Correct. Yeah, and I'm trying to build a position here in gold if we could get follow through. Okay. Adding to it. My average price is 163.7.
And there's another comment here. Sometimes I'm lost on what you guys are doing. I can tell you real quick exactly what this NASDAQ trade is. All of my trades are based on volume. So we saw this volume spike to the downside here in the NASDAQ. We didn't trade above it, so I'm looking for continuation of that volume. Perfect example of this trade working out. We had one about an hour ago where we had heavy volume to the downside. We traded back up through that volume. We didn't close above, so this was a short. This exact trade that I'm in now is this trade that you're seeing here. This one just may not work out. Why this one may not work out is because we have a VWAP that we've already bounced off of, and this candle tested it, but that's why my risk is where it is. I'm not looking for the market to completely turn around and sell off back to zero. Actually, I'm looking for a target at the low of this candle here. But Dakota is in a short in gold right now.
Yeah, I'm going to continue to look. Yeah, I'm going to continue to look to build this. We have 1 minute left to the close of this 5-minute candle. I'm looking for that 3-bar reversal. So give me just 1 second. Let's see if I could. Are you seeing anything on your end?
In gold?
Yeah.
If we close below 59 on a 3-minute candle, I love this trade. But that 59 is holding for now.
My total short is 10 micros. You're short 1 mini in the NASDAQ, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Candle's holding for now, but would not be surprised if this stops me out here. And if it does, just like gold, managed risk, I will be out.
Gold having a hard time to get below the 159. Right, that 5-minute candle officially closed as a 3-bar reversal. Some selling momentum below 159.
Yep. Yeah, if this candle closes below 59s, I love this trade. Maybe back down to 50s.
Yeah, those 150s is what I like. Okay, that's what I'm looking for.
Yep.
All right, I'm short 20 now. Let me switch.
This is what I'm looking for the freaking NASDAQ to do. I just won't do it.
I have the time.
Nice trade, man.
Give me a second. Okay. We're on your charts. Now we are on mine. Okay, there's mine. So let's see if we get this push. I'm short 20. I'm gonna. want to pill a couple off before we get to 150. I need a bigger push lower. There's a couple. All right, now I'm in a comfortable size. Okay, there we go. There's my runner. I'm gonna leave that runner on that pivot right there. And that's all she freaking wrote. Let's go.
Nice trade. Nasdaq just stopped me out there, so I am out of that trade. Nice trade here. Nice trade here.
It's that 3-bar reversal on the 5-minute that's just so attractive. For a playback to 150. Get a couple more out right there. I'm not showing my full screen. Is it? Oh.
I think they can't see the P&L.
No,
at the top,
I gotta minimize it a little bit. Oh, it's because of the sharing. It shows that the sharing up there. Give me a. How's that? Better? Okay, I'm gonna get a couple more.
Nice trade there.
Still want to see 150 come back into play. How
many micros did you get into here? Yeah.
I got into 20.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
I was trying to build a position. I was focused, man. I was super focused.
Yeah, locked in. Okay.
Yeah, up to $1,300. What do you mean? I'm a trader.
You said we were getting into size. I was just like, okay, how many is he shorting here? 20 micros. That might be one of the biggest positions on this account so far.
Yeah,
from what I can remember.
Yeah, usually around 15, 20. It's nothing more. Like and it's scaling into a good trade.
Really nice trade there.
Bounced off 51s, 52s. Why don't I put my stop loss at break even? Because I put it at area just above areas of these pivots, right? So.
And you took profits.
Yeah, I mean, I'm out of most of my position. Oh, 20 micros, not minis. Did I say 20 minis? Yeah, I'm just jumping in 20 minis. No, 20 micros. Basically 2 minis, right? So.
Futures Flex Dakota.
Can you show the reversal pattern you saw? It's right here. 3-bar reversal.
3-bar reversal.
On the 5-minute. Right there. On the 5-minute chart.
Bears is looking for Nasdaq's 50% of Friday. I think we looked at it. 775. 772. That was the spot to get long this morning.
Oh, you know, we got to do the hashtag slow markets. Hashtag slow markets. Let's give me a second. All right, so let's do this one more time. Hashtag slow markets. We still have a little bit of time. There is my X, and there is my Insta. My Insta. Let's go through. I'm gonna get some hashtag slow markets. We have just about 2,000 people watching, which is
nice,
pretty nice, and we still haven't got to 600 likes, which is funny. So let me go through. Let's get through this hashtag slow markets if we could find it. Everyone's over here commenting on my
your options trade.
Big options trade. If we get to 600 likes, I'll show it. But until then, let's go through this. Slow markets with the bosses. You got the tablet over there and the computer. Like it. Love it. Beautiful. Trading slow markets. Depending on where you're at from around the world, it's nighttime here. I don't know if this is the hashtag slow market, but someone just taking payouts. Your first payouts. Good work. Okay, what's this? I got to show this one. What's this one? Teaching my 10-year-old how to trade. She loves slow markets. Shout out to you.
That's
Love to see it. Love to see it.
Love to see that.
Got to teach that future generation the right way. The right way.
Love to see that. Going to be a better trader than both of us.
Someone says, okay, I gotta call this one out. This isn't hashtag slow markets, but this says risking 186,000 to profit 214. How's that profitable? Help me understand that one.
I think math still works the same way as it always has, right? I'm not sure.
I don't get that one.
I mean, I know I went to public school, but when a big number is your profit number and the smaller number is your loss, that means it's profitable over time. But that's my public school education. Maybe I don't know.
I guess. All right, I got to go through this. Man, everyone's. See what happens when I. Everyone's so surprised about this options trade that I'm just so surprised by it. It's like, guys, you wanted to see some of my options. I posted. Don't go crazy. All right, let's get to some more of this. Oh, man, where is some hashtag slow markets? I have to scroll through a lot tonight.
Was my stop a better entry on the Nasdaq short?
Was it?
So far. But 25,000 is such a sticky level that I don't know if I love a trade around here anyway.
Yeah, we're stuck at 25,000 here in the Nasdaq. I like my gold short. I'm gonna move my stop loss now to 158.
How much you holding?
This is looking good, man. I'm up $1,300, $1,400 with about 200 unrealized. I'm gonna just cover one more. I'll cover one more. There we go. I made a little more than dinner tonight, chat. Made a little bit more than dinner. Paid rent.
There you go. I need a rent trade here.
We need a rent trade. Let's get through these 150. All right, 150 is a target. Like I said, 150. I take the small losses. Capitalize on those big wins.
Bears wants to know, do you measure the daily single print? I got 50% right now at 2560s. Let me see if I have anything at 2560s in the NASDAQ. If you're looking at, okay, so there is, let me pull up my NASDAQ chart really quick. NASDAQ on the 30, looking at this candle here. No, okay. I don't see 2560s. I don't know what you're looking at here, Bears. For a daily single print, 2560s.
Gold's pushing. Gold's pushing.
I do see that 2560s as this kind of support here, maybe as a target.
All right, I'm getting ready to take profit here, Coach Jay.
Nice trade.
Get to 600 likes. I'll review that options trade if you guys want. Just an analysis of it, because it's the same analysis I do here in these futures. We got 600 likes. Let's see it. Let's see those 150 right here. I'll put my take profit. Oh, we already tagged it. We tagged it. Let's see if we get to 150. Get this to this. We got to 600 likes. All right, I'll review it. Let me get through some of these hashtag slow markets. I always love slow markets with you guys. Beautiful setup. Looks like 2 computer monitors, a TV. Nice setup right there. One of those mice that we were looking at, Coach Jay, at Best Buy, has like six numbers on the side.
Oh yeah. Gaming mouse.
Yeah. All right. Here's another one. Caught a nice gold long. Someone making some money on long. Looking good. That white screen. Oof. My eyes just don't adjust very well to those bright monitors. Let's see. $1,400. It's locked in.
What's
Locked
a
in most
good
of it.
curved monitor? I think there's a Samsung curved monitor. That's a pretty good one. Curved monitors are weird, especially with like all the streaming and stuff that we're doing. They don't really work very well when you try to like share screens and stuff like that. So I don't have one, but there's a Samsung curved monitor. I think it's the 49-inch. I can't remember exactly the name of it, but it's a pretty nice one.
Okay. I don't know the monitor world very well. The tech. I mean, I have 4 monitors, and all 4 of them have a little bit of curve to them. But I couldn't even tell you what they are. One's Alienware, and the other 2 are Samsungs. So 2 Alienware and 2 Samsungs. I haven't had any issues with them. All right, let's get it.
Richard Harris, what trade are you in right now?
Is Richard in the chat?
Yeah, always. Richard Harris is always in the chat.
Always in the chat. All right, let's get this gold take profit. Gold take profit. And we're going to take profit in style with this song.
Uh-oh.
we in honor of this song, we're going to take profit with it. Let's do it. There we go. $1,600 on a gold short out of everything. It'll take profit. It'll take profit. What was the 3-bar reversal right here on the 5-minute chart? 3-bar reversal. There in the gold, we have a nice rally up. We have a consolidation or doji in an indecision candle, and then we break that low, and we tend to get right up. So there we go.
Can make money shorting gold. You can make money shorting gold. Nice job getting back in there. I know that first trade stopped us out, but waiting for that reversal pattern.
Yeah,
that's why you gotta have a setup. Gotta have a setup.
It's a tough one. It's definitely a tough one. So we got to that 600 likes. And as promised, we have about 7 minutes left. I'm going to talk about what I'm looking at in the NASDAQ because this tweet was just, or this post or whatever you want to call it, just blowing up, man. It's just going crazy. I'll share a little bit of a detail on it. If you trade options, you know exactly what I'm talking about because I was hesitant, Coach Jay. I'm like, do I share this? Because we trade futures. This is basically the NASDAQ futures. I trade NASDAQ futures and it's the same technicals, but there's a lot of, I guess, it's like you're trying to explain something where a lot of people might not know the in depth. I mean, we've seen it, right? It's like, oh, how does the math on that? It's how's that profitable? But this is it. This is about risk appetite. And this is why when you see me on air, when you see me on TopstepTV, and you just see me in that gold short trade, I don't pay attention to the dollar amounts. I look at ticks and I look at points. Like how many ticks am I risking? How many points am I risking? Depending on whether it's gold or the NASDAQ. And I focus on the process because the same process that I use to get these base hits on this prop account that you see here, right? Just ticks, process. Well, if I'm making $200 a day, that should be the same process that you use to make $2,000 a day and vice versa. And it's just all scalable, but you focus on the same process. How many points are you risking? How many points are you looking to make? So that is what I focus on so much. And so I was a little bit hesitant on showing some of this stuff, but it's just popular demand. Very, very popular demand on traders like asking me on stuff like this. So that's why I don't like sharing dollar amounts very often, but this is a trade. I'm risking $186,000 on a trade, and I'm looking to make $214,000. So it's just a little bit better than the one-to-one risk reward. And so all this is saying, it's very, I don't want to dive in depth on this. I want to just very simplify it in terms of the NASDAQ. So this is the NASDAQ. And what I'm looking at on the daily chart is very similar to what I was talking about on the rapid fire, right? Just looking for NASDAQ technicals. I am seeing this big 25,000 level as a solid level of support and resistance. It was resistance, it was a major support, and I'm looking for it to be support again at worst case scenario. Now, I put this on during the New York session, so obviously it's went against me quite a bit. If I zoom into an hourly chart, I'll show you what I was looking at. I'm going to get rid of just remember these lines. I'll talk about these lines because it's kind of a reference point for that trade. But as I was saying, I'm looking at this being major support and resistance, major support and resistance. And I am a big technical trader. And what I was looking at the time when I put this trade on was we came up, we rallied, we got to these 940s and just completely rejected it. And once again, during this New York session, we got up to 940s, 950s into this same level. It's a zone. And then we just started rejecting it. I'm like, okay, tomorrow by end of day, I'm going to look for this market to maybe return to, somewhere in the middle of this consolidation. I'm not expecting this market to sell off and say, wow, he's short overnight. I'm looking for a major sell-off and a major gap fill. No, not even close. I don't mind if this market went sideways, and I don't mind if we go down just a little bit. Like if we finish tomorrow around these 24,800s, even 24,900, I'm happy. So the way it works is my max loss, right? Kind of like a stop loss almost, but worst case scenario, max loss, I lose $186,000 if the NASDAQ is above $25,000. Now that'd be worst case scenario by end of day tomorrow, right? I'll lose $186,000 if the NASDAQ's above $25,000 tomorrow morning. Which kind of sucks because we had that big rally up through that level. My break even, 24,963s. Now it's a zone, 960s. I don't know the exact correlation over that. And then my max profit is like 925. So tomorrow morning, by end of day tomorrow, if the NASDAQ is below 925 or even at 925, then it's max profit of 214,000. Now, the nice thing is about trading is at any point during the New York session, I can close it out for a smaller loss. I close it out for a smaller take profit, right? That's the reality. This is what I'm looking at. This is the technicals that I'm looking at. I was going into it tonight, going into it tomorrow. We have Fed pals speaking, which is going to bring some volatility. And yeah, here we are. And that's kind of that top-down view. That's what these three lines are. So essentially, this middle one is my entry point. This top one is my max loss. And this bottom one is my max profit. So even if, this is the crazy thing, even if this market just completely sells off, that's still my max take profit. So it doesn't matter if we sell all the way off down to like, who knows, maybe tomorrow we just fill this gap. Let's just say that. If we fill this gap, it makes no difference whether we fill the gap or we just come down here to like 925. It's still the same profit. So, and it's the same with a loss. If this market just goes straight up, it doesn't matter whether it's going straight up or if we just finish at 2501. So it's the same thing. It's the same concept. I use these same technicals that you see me trade here. You see me trade it here in this XFA in gold. You see me do this analysis every single night. Support and resistance, technicals, and it's how I trade it. I look at the process. The dollar amounts can always change, right? Is it $200 am I risking, or is this, $200,000 that I'm risking? It's all relative. So that's why I don't like talking too much about the dollar amounts and more about focusing on the process, because the dollar amounts don't mean anything when you are hoping to help traders or trying to become better. It's all about the process of how do we get into trades? How do we manage those trades? What are we looking for? And so many times I'm wrong, right? Never would I ever expect I'm putting this in the market. It's my risk. When you risk X amount of dollars, you expect to take that as loss. So it's like, as of right now, it's a loss. I wake up in the morning, I'm going to sleep well tonight. And when you have your loss in, expect the worst case scenario. We should see it, right? Everyone needs to expect that on Friday, right? What's the worst thing that can happen, right? Plan for it. What's the best thing that can happen? All right, we'll see. We'll see. You never know what's going to happen. Thoughts on all that, Coach Jay, before we finish it up here? You're mute.
25,000 is going to be a major level in the NASDAQ, not an easy level to get through. So I do like the trade. And one thing I know, trading with Coach Dakota last week while he was here, conviction in the trade setup, whether it works or it doesn't, I watched you win and lose a pretty big, pretty sizable trade. I think you ended that week green. But what I realized, chat, is that Dakota's demeanor did not change the entire time.
Yeah,
And I think that doesn't happen if the risk isn't managed on the trade. So regardless of the result, I hope it works out, right? But I know that that's not going to be the last trade you place. You're going to place another one, and it's either going to work out or it doesn't. But the risk is managed, and you have a process for doing it. Also, I'm back to green on the screen. I did take a long gold while you were going through that.
All right, all right.
I recovered that loss. We bounced off a VWAP. I didn't want to cut you off because you were explaining a way
good.
bigger trade than the one I was in. But I took a long in gold off of that VWAP, back to green on the screen. Chat, you guys make me laugh. Got to relax sometimes, but I love the chat, and thank you for being here. We can't do these shows without you, so appreciate all of the interaction that we have.
Dude, I love it. I love it. Great trade there. Great trade there, man. I think I got to all that. I will be on air tomorrow morning. Coach Jay, we have Pal speaking, so as Pal speaks live, I'm sure TopstepTV is going to be covering it. You are going to be on for opening call, and yeah, we'll be on together trading with Topstep.
Yes, we are. Me, you, and Chike. Chike is a great trader. I haven't seen Chike in a little bit, so I'm excited to be back on air with Chike tomorrow. Should be a great show for sure.
Is that right when Pal's speaking too?
That is right when Pal is speaking. So you, Chike, and our friend Jerome.
There we go. Well, we're going to leave it at that. Enjoy. I will see everybody tomorrow morning. Coach Jay, I'll see you tomorrow morning. And yeah, let's do it.